Embark on a journey through the annals of time as we uncover the compelling history of Kuwait, a nation forged in the crucible of history, trade, and unwavering resilience. Our story takes us from a humble coastal settlement to a modern, influential state, a narrative of strategic vision and enduring spirit. So, let's travel back and explore the rich tapestry that is Kuwait. Our narrative begins in the early 17th century, specifically the year 1613, when Kuwait emerged as a distinct political entity. Nestled in a strategic corner of the Arabian Gulf, its location was a natural nexus for ancient civilizations. It served as a vital hub for maritime trade routes that connected Mesopotamia with the Arabian Peninsula, making it a crossroads of culture and commerce long before its formal establishment. It was during this dynamic era that the Utub tribe, migrating from the heart of Central Arabia, arrived and settled in the area then known as Al-Qurayn. What they found was a small fishing and trading post. What they built was a burgeoning town that would soon be known as Kuwait, a name derived from the Arabic for fortress built near water. They transformed the modest outpost into a significant center for pearling, shipbuilding, and trade. From this tribe, the Al-Sabah family rose to prominence, establishing a dynasty in the mid-18th century that has guided the nation's destiny ever since, a leadership that continues to this day. As the 18th century progressed, Kuwait's reputation as a maritime power grew. Its merchants and sailors were renowned throughout the Gulf and the Indian Ocean. The dhow, the traditional sailing vessel, became a symbol of Kuwaiti ingenuity and its connection to the wider world. The pearling industry, in particular, brought immense prosperity, with Kuwaiti pearls being highly sought after in markets from Mumbai to Paris. This economic foundation allowed the early rulers to maintain a degree of autonomy amidst the shifting powers of the region, skillfully navigating relationships with the Ottoman Empire and neighboring tribes. As the 19th century drew to a close, the geopolitical landscape of the region became increasingly complex. To safeguard its sovereignty against external pressures, Kuwait made a pivotal strategic decision. In 1899, Sheikh Mubarak al-Sabah, known as Mubarak the Great, signed the Anglo-Kuwaiti Agreement. This treaty placed Kuwait under British protection, effectively making it a British protectorate. This was not a move of submission, but a masterful act of diplomacy. The agreement provided the external stability necessary for Kuwait's rulers to focus on internal development and state building, shielding it from the ambitions of larger neighbors. The early 20th century was a period of foundational growth under this newfound security. Landmark institutions were established that would shape the future of the nation. In 1911, the Al-Mubarakiya School opened its doors, a beacon of modern education that introduced a formal curriculum beyond traditional religious studies. This was a crucial step in preparing a new generation for the challenges of a changing world. The seeds of democratic participation were also sown during this time. The first Shura, or Consultative Council, was formed in 1921, creating a forum for community leaders to advise the ruler. This was followed by the first elections for a municipal council in 1932, a pioneering step towards representative governance in the region. But it was a discovery in 1934 that would irrevocably alter Kuwait's trajectory. After years of negotiation and exploration, Sheikh Ahmed Al-Jaber Al-Sabah signed a historic concession agreement with the Kuwait Oil Company, a joint venture between American and British firms. Although the first commercial quantities of oil were discovered in the Bergen field in 1938, the outbreak of World War II delayed large-scale production. Few could have imagined then just how profoundly this black gold, lying deep beneath the desert sands, would transform their nation's future. The mid-20th century heralded an era of unprecedented transformation. With the end of the war, the oil started to flow, and with it, unimaginable wealth. The post-war oil boom catapulted Kuwait from a modest emirate into a wealthy and influential modern state. The new revenue was not just hoarded, it was invested. Under the visionary leadership of rulers like Sheikh Abdullah al-Salam al-Sabah, the father of the constitution, this newfound wealth fueled a massive program of rapid development and modernization. Across the country, a new Kuwait was being built. Hospitals, schools, roads, and a modern port sprung up, replacing old mud brick structures with concrete and steel. A comprehensive welfare state was created, providing citizens with free healthcare, education, and housing. This period of prosperity culminated in a defining moment on June 19, 1961. On this day, the Anglo-Kuwaiti Agreement of 1899 was amicably terminated, and Kuwait officially gained its full independence, ending the British protectorate and stepping onto the world stage as a sovereign nation. Kuwait moved swiftly to cement its new international status. Just weeks after independence, it joined the Arab League. Then, In 1963, it became the 111th member of the United Nations, taking its rightful place in the community of nations. Domestically, the nation embraced a constitutional monarchy, a bold and progressive step. The state constitution, a document guaranteeing civil liberties and establishing a separation of powers, was ratified on November 11, 1962. Following this, the country's first National Assembly was convened the following January, marking a significant milestone in its journey toward becoming a modern, constitutional state with an elected parliament. However, Kuwait's journey was not without profound challenges. The decades of peace and prosperity were shattered on August 2, 1990. On that fateful day, the nation faced its darkest hour with the invasion by neighboring Iraq. This shocking act of aggression led to a brutal 7-month occupation and the devastating Gulf War. The world watched in horror as the country was plundered and its people suffered. Yet, through this immense hardship, the spirit of Kuwait remained unbroken. The national identity, forged over centuries of shared history and struggle, proved resilient. An unprecedented international coalition was formed under a United Nations mandate to restore Kuwait's sovereignty. In February 1991, following a swift and decisive military campaign, Kuwait was liberated. The images of Kuwaitis celebrating in the streets, waving their national flag, became a powerful testament to global solidarity and the nation's enduring spirit of sovereignty. The liberation was not just a military victory. It was a reaffirmation of the international community's commitment to the principle that a nation's independence is sacred. From the ashes of conflict, Kuwait rose again. The nation embarked on a remarkable path of reconstruction, not only rebuilding what was destroyed but building back better. The post-liberation era saw a renewed focus on strengthening democratic institutions, diversifying the economy away from its near-total reliance on oil, and fostering a vibrant civil society. The challenges were immense, from extinguishing the hundreds of oil wells set ablaze by the retreating forces to healing the psychological scars of occupation, but the Kuwaiti people met them with determination and unity. Today, Kuwait stands as a vibrant, modern nation. It is a key player in regional diplomacy, often acting as a mediator in conflicts and a generous contributor of humanitarian aid across the globe. It is a global center for finance, with a sophisticated banking sector and one of the world's largest sovereign wealth funds. And it is a hub for culture, with a thriving arts scene, renowned theaters, and a deep appreciation for its heritage. Guided by its rich history, from its ancient roots as a trading hub on the shores of the Gulf to its contemporary status as a sovereign, prosperous, and democratic state, Kuwait's story is one of remarkable perseverance. It is a narrative of strategic vision, from the early tribal leaders who founded the city to the modern rulers who navigated the complexities of the 20th and 21st centuries. And above all, it is the story of an unyielding commitment to its people and its future. The journey of Kuwait continues, built on the foundations of a fascinating past and looking forward to a bright and promising horizon. Thank you for joining us on this historical journey. If you found this story as compelling as we do, please like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into the histories that have shaped our world. See you next time.